going on? Hey, like, listen. I mean, like, some things, I mean, when you hear them, or when when somebody sends them to you, hear the punk go, okay. Like, it catches you totally by surprise. This caught me totally by surprise. You all do know who that is, right? Y'all know who that is, right? And I spoke to this gentleman. His name is Mr. David Clay. I want you to read that. Can you see that? Suspect in fatal Vine City shooting arrested in Clayton County. I want you to go look that up on, that's from the Atlanta Journal-Constitutional. Just tossed in that title. Excuse me. I'm not a professional media person, so I don't really care about some things. But I remember speaking to this individual in my messages on Instagram, and how he was talking about how he turned his life around, that he got 2 houses and he got $700,000, and he was doing different things, because I was questioning why he was still downtown. Why was he downtown? And now I get to read something like this. Hold on. Mr. David Clay, I mean, a man and you know what, Instagram, somebody who follows me on Instagram, I guess, sent this to me. A man suspected of shooting and killing a 19-year-old in Atlanta's Vine City neighborhood in mid-January was found and arrested Thursday in Clayton County. Now, this came out on February 18th, 2022. This is how you know I don't really pay attention to this stuff. I don't be looking for people. The shooting took place January 12th at an apartment on Griffin Street in Southwest Atlanta. Officers responded about 11:45 and found a 19-year-old dead from multiple gunshot wounds. Evidence suggested that individual may have been targeted. I'm not reading everything word for word. No suspects were immediately identified. In February, a little more than 2 weeks after the incident, Atlanta police said Clay was identified as the suspect shooter. Now, here you got somebody who's all over YouTube. All over YouTube. I don't know how many hits that one video because he only appeared in one of my videos. It's got over 1 million hits. Then he was on Miko Worldwide for being Atlanta downtown. And he was on Miko Worldwide, I think, the Diesel Slaughter Gang. You're all over YouTube and you're killing people. I mean, can you make this up? I mean, if this guy gets convicted of this, considering what he's done in his past, and has been convicted of doing in his past, he's done. He'll probably never get out of prison. And you got to think for what? You got to think for what? I mean, this is kind of crazy. The Atlanta police is thankful for the efforts of the investigators within the homicide unit for quickly bringing the case to the close. Somebody dimed him out. Somebody, you want all that media attention. You're out in the street doing criminal things and you want all that media attention. I don't know. Mr. Parker, no, I couldn't have been in prison. I mean, you people talk shit and don't know shit. I mean, once again, people always in my comment section talking shit. I know this is not a truck, this is a van. By the way, I know some people are going to say, well, you live in your van. And listen, I wish I could live in my van, but I can't right now. And you always shoot in your Mini Cooper. Well, I brought another one. Now I got 3 of them. They're all in the shop for various reasons. But, so. I don't know anything about Kennifer. Stop asking me about Kennifer. Am I going back to hood security? No. Why would I buy a Corolla? And who said that there was something wrong with them, like they were broken? I mean, one, the alternator stopped working. Big deal. The other one I just brought, I put it in the shop so they can tell me what the hell's going on in general. And the other one is, you know, they just need to fix it. The engine. It's been there for a freaking year. No, the Metro Mall is not up. Anyway, listen, let's get back to David Clay. Because I really talked to this guy. I mean, he contacted me on Instagram. He was in my messages. He just telling me how the real Diesel Slaughter. Okay, so, yeah. I mean, like, he's telling me how he turned his life around, showing me pictures of him at a concert, I guess. You know, kind of implied that he was hanging out with T.I. for a minute, I guess. I don't know. I asked him if he wanted me to put something up about this stuff. Hold on a second. This guy here is in one of my videos. And he's also on Miko Worldwide. Hood Vlogs. I mean, this is a story for you. Period. Okay. So, anyway, like I talked to David Clay. Like I said, he told me how he turned his life around. And now his life is, if he gets convicted, he's done. He's finished, he's over. I just put up a post I just put up a video that you should probably look at. David Clay, yeah, he killed someone. At least that's what they're saying here. That he's a suspect in killing someone. I'll show you the picture again. Y'all can go read the story for yourselves. And so anybody who says my channel is fake and all this other stuff, you know, dude. Suspect in fatal Vine City shooting arrested in Clayton County. Mr. David Clay, you know, I mean, what's the price of being real? What's the price of being real? I mean, there's very few things that would make me pull the trigger. There's very few things that would make me do certain things, but if I did them, I would have zero regrets. Zero. Consequences be damned. I would have zero regrets. That I would be going to prison for a lifetime for a reason. I'm sure there was no really good reason there. And then I remember something like what Ice-T has said in one of his interviews on a podcast. Ice-T had said, you know, he tried to sell drugs and his boys, you know, people he knew kind of just like shorted him. And so right then and there, he had to decide whether or not he wanted to deal with the other side of this kind of criminal activity. And he decided that he didn't want to do that. And so he let it go. Vlad of Vlad TV kind of said the same thing. He got robbed and, he was done with it. I mean, because then because if you're going to, play that role, there's two sides of it according to Ice-T. There's, I don't want to say the light side, but there's the criminal activity, and then there's, the other stuff that goes along with it. You go to rob something, and that's all you really want to do is rob somebody, but they fight back, and then you walk away from the situation a murderer. You go to sell drugs, and maybe one of your lieutenants or one of your street, corner boys short you, and you kill them, and now you're a murderer. You got to deal with that. All that stuff goes hand in hand. So, and I'm thinking, man, if I had $700,000 like David Clay told me he had, and I murdered somebody, poof, like a magic trick, I'm gone. I think I got to go. I think I would have to be Ghost. I'm pretty sure I would have to be Ghost. I don't know. Sometimes the only way to win the war is not to get into the battle. Now, I got that from like a 1980s sci-fi movie, some computer. The only way to win the war games or whatever it was called, the only way to win a war sometimes is not to get into the fight. Because if you get into the fight, you're just going to lose. It's destined. And so, I mean, the man is 28. You hear me? The man is 28. And if he gets convicted, he's going to be like Danny Marshall. And you can look up Danny Marshall too. Danney Marshall. And you should be able to look that up. He got convicted. He, right around the same age, I think he got life with no chance for parole. I mean, you went to prison for somebody that you didn't like. You went to prison for somebody that you momentarily didn't like, maybe. Or they said something to you and you got real upset about it. And you went to prison for that. Man. I mean, if you're going to go to prison and you're going to shoot and kill somebody, you're going to murder somebody, let it be for someone you actually love. You raped my daughter. So I don't give a fuck what you talking about. I'm gonna murder you. I'm gonna take that prison sentence. Cause you raped my daughter. Not because you talked some shit. Because you hurt my mother. Not because you talked some shit. Maybe you stole $5,000 from me. Listen, I know, well, I knew, because that person's no longer alive. And I knew a drug dealer. And somebody that was close to him stole about $15,000, $20,000. And he had some words about it. He didn't like it. But he let that go. Because the $15,000, $20,000, he could make that back in a week, 2 weeks. It was just the point of the thing. But he wasn't going to prison for murder, not for $15,000, $20,000, not when he can make it back in a week or two. No, I don't know any of those people downtown like that. I really don't know any of those people downtown like that. Listen, a lot of you people don't know shit about me. And the people that that I've kind of known throughout my life and the people that I've come into contact with. They ain't got shit to do with Atlanta. I knew these people long before Atlanta. Long before Atlanta. And like, that's why I don't be studying half the shit you people be saying on the internet. That's why I be cussing half of y'all out. All the stupid shit you say in my comment section. About me being a punk and this and that and the other. And I keep telling you people, I ain't no tough guy. But sometimes it's real interesting to hear my thought process come out of 50 Cent's mouth. Sometimes it's real interesting to see my thought process and how I think about things come out of Ice-T's mouth. I find it real interesting that me and these multi-millionaires kind of think the same way about certain things, because while they've done some things and I haven't done them, I've been exposed and I've internalized some of that stuff. But 20 years and 20 seconds and 20 years, nobody want to do that. But I watched the interview with 50 Cent and basically said, he ain't for the problems, but if you want the problem, not a problem. That's my general attitude. I'm generally not with the problems. I talk a lot. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. I'm like Snow the Product. I'm going to talk my shit. But I generally don't want the problems. But if you want the problem, it's not a problem. We can do that thing too. And Ice-T, when people talking about killing him, he's rolling solo. He all by himself. He said, well, shit, ain't no better time than the present. Let's do it now. If I got to die on this hill, then that's where I got to die. But now these men are multi-millionaires and they don't even involve themselves or put themselves in situations where they even got to deal with that kind of nonsense anymore. And so I've adopted that ideology too, as well. Not to put myself in situations where there's things that I know that I will do if I'm in that situation. So the best thing to do is not be around people and do things that will put me in that situation in which I will act upon the things that I said that I will do. And I will actually do them. So it's better not to put yourself in that situation. Okay. Anybody got any questions? Because it's getting dark outside, and I got other things to do. I don't know what happened to that ring. I don't know. See, there's another person not believing that. I don't know. I think real street dudes can really understand what I'm saying. I'm 54 years old. And just because you won't do a thing, or you won't put yourself in a situation where you do a thing, like, I will not give you the specific situation. I will not give you that very particular thing. I will not tell you about it. But yeah, there's one day in my life where when I left the house, and this is before the Metro Mall, I very much intended to kill someone if this situation wasn't straightened out. Because I remember someone asking me whether or not I was going to come back, and I told him I wasn't sure. Because if this situation's not straightened out, I might not come back. So, I don't know. There's certain things I won't let you do to me. And then as you get older, you get smarter. So by the time 2012 came along, I was smarter. I was smarter. That's why when the people who broke into my house, had I been the person that I was before, I wouldn't have made that decision. I would have made a different decision. But anyway, that's neither here nor there, because I'm not giving up any details. But yeah, I've left the house. Yeah. Okay, who's got a question? Because you're losing light, and I'm not going to be out here doing this. I don't think the Metro Mall, for me in particular, was dangerous. But you see the potential is there. You can see the type of individuals, Danny Marshall, David Clay, and a few others, that were in that area. Yes, Carlos was murdered. I'm not trying to catch butterflies. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know anything about the climate in Europe. I know all they want to do is ask about Kennifer. I don't know anything about Kennifer. You want to know about Kennifer? Find her. Ask her. I doubt if she talks to you, though. I don't know anything about Santana. I don't know anything about anybody. You can't ask me where any of these people are. I wouldn't have known about this story if one of the people who watched my channel did not send it to me in Instagram. I wouldn't have known nothing about it. Nothing at all. Because I don't look for it. I don't know if Atlanta's changed for the better. It's a good question. I don't know, everything's better than most people think. Most people think that I'm stuck in the same place, that I haven't done other things. I don't talk to anybody from the Metro Mall. Yes, I'll be uploading more videos, of course. Longer ones. This is a van. I know, I brought this at a truck stop once in California. Man, there's so many comments, I can't even keep up with them. Hold on. Can I scroll this back? Oh, I can. Yes, I live in Atlanta. The Kennifer paid for your money. What are you talking about? You would ask me about football. Did she get married? I don't think she got married. Last time I said, she said she didn't get married, but hell, who the hell knows? She could have got married. My mother's got dementia, so my life is, yeah. Well, what state were you in when you did security and your boss said don't do anything that I did? And they all, you know what? Everybody laughs, right? You see the kind of people are around, right? You see the kind of things that these people are willing to do and done, right? How many people did I kill? I'll wait. I was there for a total of 1.5 years. How many people did I taser? 2? No, 3. 3. So that's an average of 1 every 6 months. How many people did I front off? How many, the people telling you not to do the things, I don't know what state you're in, but the people telling you not to do the things that I did probably don't know half the stuff that I know. Well, I don't think, you know what? You were more shocked that nobody killed me. Okay. I'm not, but okay. Hold on. $45 an hour? No. Comply or what are you talking about? You know, somebody keeps contacting me called LA Bar about the use of my GRSE. Dude, I don't even know who you are. I looked up LA Bar, by the way. You know, I'm sure if you were a lawyer and you were part of the Bar Association and they really wanted to contact me and send me a letter of cease and desist based on whatever legal principle, they would actually send me a letter to cease and desist and not contact me in my comment section like some moron. Guns only give you a chance. They are no guarantee. Well, if they would have jumped, if they would have tried to jump me, at any point in time, yeah, somebody probably would have got shot. It doesn't make a difference how many subscribers I got. My subscribers come and go. People binge watch it, leave. People are looking for certain content. I do whatever I want on my channel. I don't really care. That's why I got all different kinds of videos up on my channel. I'm not setting up different channels for different videos. It's cool that, you should probably read the titles. Do I have any good memories? I don't know. I met Kennifer there. I mean, it didn't work out, but, I met Kennifer. I met somebody else. Yeah, guns don't guarantee your safety. Lots of people die that have guns. Lots of them. Every day. I don't have that pistol. Life was rough in 2000 and I think I ended up pawning it in 2014. That and that particular taser. So all I have left is the X3. I don't know. I mean, I didn't have to worry about anybody. I mean, I was concerned enough, but I wasn't overly concerned. If you put me in a place like Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I'm sure you put me in certain areas, I would be a whole lot more concerned. I think if you put me in certain places in Chicago, I would be a whole lot more concerned. But then I'd be a completely different person. The state laws will dictate how you act. But people tend to think that, these people are real dangerous and I'm going to back down. And no, I'm just going to be more dangerous. I'm going to be just as dangerous as you are. So I don't know. But I'm not willing to kill you as quickly as some other people might be. But you gonna set the tone, and so we gonna work from that perspective, because you gonna set the tone. I don't know if we're going to war against the Russians. I don't even pay attention. I don't know. You know, if Chicago got at me, I would get at Chicago. If Philadelphia got at me, I would get at Philadelphia. You know. Don't you ever disrespect my wife. Man, if you don't get the fuck out of here. Thanks for the $5, dog. My life is better now that I got $5 more. Y'all not watching the latest video. So the videos now that I put up are longer versions, and things that didn't make sense to clip will be in the longer versions of some of these videos. Some things you have seen, some things you have not. But people kind of wanted to see how my day would go. And so, what day did I put up? Hold on. So I put up 10 April of 14. And that's how pretty much my day went on for April 10th, 2014. The first 60 minutes, then the second hour, then the next couple of hours, and then the next episode. I changed that from the last episode because people kept thinking it was going to be the last video that I posted. It was just the last video for that day, or nothing else going on that day. So you can see how that day kind of progressed. That's what, went on with that. That's kind of how I want to do that now, if I have video for that whole day, because I might not have it because I was going through the video, taking stuff out for evidence and then getting rid of the rest. So there'd be stuff I just simply won't have. Bobby was the worst person at the mall. He was just a pain in the ass. Especially when he got drunk. Off that woosa. I know, I love my haters. Like, listen, y'all hate me, but y'all help me. Your hate helps me, Maybe, I don't know. This is the hate that hate made, but I don't think that really. February 2012? No, I probably don't. Because that stuff was too early. So if it's up there, if you put in, GRSE February 12, or just FEB 12, it might come up if there's anything from February. But, I didn't have the GoPro, I didn't think I got that until March. There's some people on my channel I've had to block in the comment section because all they do is troll, all they do is hate. And that's fine. I'm sick. Don't worry about that. If there's any job, there was a thing going on YouTube, a little clip, a little short, not YouTube, I think it was Instagram, I don't dream of labor. I don't know what my perfect job would be because I don't dream of labor. I'm not like an old guy clinging on to the past. I mean, you people want to see this stuff. I put it up, and plus I always get new viewers, new people to the channel, and so they can get a proper perspective. And, I don't have to cling on to anything. He was following me, and I probably got the video from the whole day. He was following me around the mall. Considering all the hype and the fact that the video's blown up, you got some guy following you around the mall, and with all the kind of general death threats that I would get, they kind of push you on edge. Like, who's this at? Who's this? What they doing? What they want? Why are you worried about Kenneth? Around the way. I mean, how do you know how I'm doing? Kennifer became a dental tech, and you still doing bad. I mean, what do you base that on? I mean, it's almost like you trying to, bait me. Like they baited Cardi B telling her that her Lamborghini was rented, and she went off and showed you that she paid cash for it. Well, I'm not Cardi B. I ain't gonna tell you. You can try that shit with somebody else. You know, I'm not some silly sucker slipping. Fuck out of here. I've been to LA, dog. You know. And you need money to be in LA, and I ain't talking about no $150,000 either. Shit, you need some money. Like shit, I think to be in LA you need like 200. The way I inappropriately touched too. Who did I inappropriately touch? Kennifer? People, they maybe do love Kennifer. No. Does it look like I'm married, Kennifer? Well, you can't visit it now. I'm 54. You know what? You know what happened to Tom Brady? Tom Brady won the Super Bowl, and then he came back the next year. So he left the Patriots, he went to Tampa Bay, proved himself, and then came back the next year, and now he's retired. When he should have quit after he won the Super Bowl. I won. I don't care what anybody say. I won, right? Why should I come back? He might. What happened to Fred the Rapper? He just put out a record. It wasn't a bad record, you know. I think you can look him up on YouTube, TTG Fred. Somebody in the comment section, his YouTube channel. I mean, he need to work on his lyrics a little more. He need to work on his presentation a little more. I mean, but the track itself, especially the music bed, it was solid. It wasn't a bad record. I mean, I'm not gonna buy it. I brought that Go Crazy shit, but I'm not gonna buy this one. But it wasn't a bad record. I don't know if he got shot 2 months ago. I don't know. I don't pay. I mean, when somebody can come hunt you down, man, you can't live. You can't be worried about that kind of shit. When the situation comes, you just deal with the situation. No, you should never bring your fist to a gunfight. That's so crazy. If I knew in 2012 what I knew when I went back in 2014, then maybe some things would have been done differently. Because I had learned more, I had been exposed to more, and I'm not talking about the people downtown. I'm talking about I had watched more documentaries about Cabrini Green and St. Louis, and I had been exposed to some different lines of thought, some things that I had never thought about, didn't have any perspective on, had never hit my radar. I got a chest cold. I got an X3. I mean, I would actually sell that thing. I don't really need it. Oh, hold on. Somebody just sent me something. Somebody wants me to... Like, I ain't been doing nothing all day. Now you want me to do something? Oh, that's for tomorrow. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I would kick Tom Brady out the damn way. Why wouldn't I? Yeah. I mean, you know what? That line right there, my mama want to speak to you, hurry up. That last part right there, hurry up. Like, nigga, what? Okay, you done lost your mind. That was, you know, that's a bridge too far. That's what made me like, hold on, maybe if you don't get the fuck out of here, hurry up. Well, shit, if I'd have been like Anthony Smith, shit, I'd have brought those wolf tickets and went to the show. But, you know, for what? For what? It's a confrontation, not a competition. You know, a lot of tough guys in prison. You can be tough, I'll just win. I just want to win. I'm like the Republicans that way, right? The Republicans don't care what you think of them, they just want to win. Yeah, I did get vaxxed. I got a drone camera. I didn't get a gun until, I didn't get a legal gun until, I think I was in my 40s. Or late 30s, like 39, 38, 39. Unfortunately, Nakia went to prison. Dude, there's nothing that I said that would make you believe that I support Trump. Why would I be scared to come back to a place that I live? You know, sometimes you people say the stupidest shit to me. I don't know. And I don't really concerned about my, you know, people being soft. I mean, like I would have never thought Marcus Tober would try to shoot me in the back. But, you know, there it is. Have gun, will carry. You had them hands, you don't need a gun. I don't know. I don't know. And I think that's part of the problem, that no one takes Atlanta serious. I think, and I wonder if my videos have anything to do with no one taking Atlanta seriously. If you're not from Atlanta, that's not your hood. You can still get got. That's not your place. You can still die there. I don't know what's the matter with you people. How about, you know, that 06 Mini has been sitting in the shop for a year because I don't think he want to fix it. Because he got to fix it for free. He say it's on the list though. Because he been, you know, dude, don't get me started, man. Don't get me started. How did Jamonte get fired? I kicked him out the mall. I kicked him out the mall for whatever reason, some reason. I don't know what reason. It's been too long. But I kicked him out the mall. So he couldn't work, he couldn't jug off of everybody bringing them customers from off the street. No, my job is nowhere near as stressful. My job is nowhere near as stressful. I don't know. It all depends on what YouTubers want to do. I do wish I was Marcus Brownlee. I wouldn't mind being that guy. Or Doug DeMuro. I wouldn't mind being that guy. Or the guy over at Open Box Therapy. I wouldn't mind being that guy. Nah, I wasn't scared of Fred. I don't know what happened to Rick. Well, my game may have been trash. It don't make any difference. I mean, really, listen, it's kind of funny that you say that, because in my 20s, I wouldn't even bother with anybody in that mall. Not even Kennifer. Kennifer would have been a really good looking chick, and that's all she would have been to me. I wouldn't even bother. But I changed. I mean, I like, it's like Kevin Samuels, if none of you know who Kevin Samuels is. I was trying to get in where I fit in economically, and just all the people around me were in their 20s. I mean, that's just what happened to be. Everybody thinks that I love, in particular, young women, and that's not really the case. I just like women, and all the women that I was around were in their 20s, because when I got off of work, I just went home. So where are you going to meet them? You're going to meet them at work, and all the women around me were in their 20s, so hey. Well, you don't have to like my taste, brother. Right? You don't have to like the women that I like. You don't have to be attracted to the women that I like. I mean, that works for me. Less competition. Why the fuck would I want you to like some women that I like? And no, Kennifer was an 8. She was an 8. I didn't trick off that mall check. What the fuck you mean? There wasn't enough money in that mall check to trick off. Nigga, please. I mean, what's his name? God, I can see his face. Chattel Fowl. He used to say, man, you don't do nothing else with your money except buy gear. Buy toys, basically buy toys for this job. He was right. That's pretty much all I did with my money. Why did I try to see? Because I could see they were all the problem. Of course, the police kind of backed me down. They wouldn't let me do it. So I had to do it like a little bit at a time. I don't know if Baldhead was good or bad for the area. I didn't know. I don't know enough about. To me, there were police officers who wanted to do something, and police officers who didn't want to do anything. They just did as little as possible. So, whether that's good or bad, I don't know. No, that stuff is gone. But you know what? Y'all made it good for me. Well, you know what? If you want to know who David Clay was, just GRSE. David Clay. I don't talk to anybody. I don't know if Baldhead wanted to be liked in the street. He was already known. Listen, the stories you would hear, no, they didn't say nothing about him being corrupt. They didn't say that. But they did say he could be very, very effective when he wanted to be. They did say that. Like, if he told you this street was done and clear and y'all done for the day, the people down there kind of understood that they was done for the day, and that was the end of that. Well, I didn't like Santana that much. But that's just because he didn't pay attention. Kennifer was on drugs. Well, I don't know if Rick was tricking. Rick may have been doing something else, but I don't know. So I can't speak on it. I mean, I can suspect some things, but if I speak on it, it would be, I think, slander, or there's another one. Whatever it is, I'm not going to get caught up in that. You promise I won't, if I come to Chicago, I won't act the same way? That all depends upon the laws, but listen, bullets go both ways, Mr. George Olivia. They go both ways, player. right? You know, you want to saddle up and get at me? Okay. I'm going to saddle up and get at you. And then what we going to do? Hell, I come to Chicago, you know, every so often, do what I need to do, and then I leave because, you know, I make sure that I stop by, it's not Giovanni's. I can't remember the name of that piece of place. But I make sure I get a Chicago deep dish pizza because apparently don't nobody else in the country know what it is. Like, they can't make it. They're definitely not in Atlanta. I don't know nobody that has a deep dish pizza in Atlanta. Giordano's. I make sure I stop at Giordano's. And you know, small pieces about all you really need. Okay. You don't know about that? There's a video, gun in hand. I don't know, man. Just like GRSE Marcus Tolbert. He's got a playlist. Hey, like the playlist kind of like put the clips in chronological order. I mean, most of the playlist. I don't know about Fred's playlist. It's so damn long. I have been to Myrtle Beach. Okay, I mean, I don't know if it's deep red, but I know, you know, they don't. Well, you know what? Pizzeria Uno downtown. Pizzeria Uno. I like that too. Stop saying stupid stuff. No, I've never killed anyone. I've never had a need to. Thank God for that. You know, because killing people, you know, that brings more problems than it probably solves. I will tell you that. It brings more problems than it probably solves. So, you know, you try to avoid killing people. I mean, if you're going to kill somebody, you know, it's got to be for a good reason. It can't be for la-di-da. You know, just... No, because everything I did down there was on camera. Well, if someone sold drugs, if I wanted to take on that liability, the laws of the state at the time, which aren't the same right now, no, I could arrest them. The thing about citizens' arrest is that you really have to be able to prove your assertion. Well, that's what the camera's for. The camera can prove everything. No. If you watch the video, you should be able to ascertain who shot Fred and I didn't take anybody out. He didn't stiff me out of work for 2 days. He actually paid me. So, as I keep telling you, people be talking stuff, don't know stuff. Just like, stop talking. How much to autograph your taser? That's crazy talk, though. Oh, somebody sent me another $5. Okay, cool. I don't have any bodies. That's good for me. I don't know. If you're talking about Tanisha, what happened to Tanisha? You know, Tanisha ended up doing pretty well. She had a lot less stress level when she left there. She seemed to be very happy. What's the Italian Fiesta, dog? What's that? I don't know what that is. What's that? Oh yeah, for sure. Toppings to be deep dish. I mean, like, listen, Giordano's do that. Like, if people never had a deep dish pizza, you should go to Chicago just for the damn pizza, just to get a pizza, right? And order the small pizza if you just gonna get it for yourself, and you probably won't be able to eat the whole damn thing, dude. It'll cost you like $30, $25, $27 for a small deep dish Giordano's, dude. See, that's how you know I know what I'm talking about. And I talk about Giordano's and Pizzeria Uno, and man, there used to be this. She used to work at the Petro in Gary, Indiana. Boy, she looked like Rochelle Yates. Boy, god damn that girl. Yeah, but that pizza's worth it, right? Because I mean, like, a Giordano's deep dish pizza is like, it's like dinner and like lunch the next day or breakfast the next morning, right? That's just off of small. I mean, I think the first time I went to Giordano's and I just wanted to try a deep dish pizza, I ordered a medium. I was giving pizza away to the gang because I was down the street from Chicago University. This is a pretty cute chick, you know, flying a red bandana. I gave her some, and then I gave her the dude that was with her a slice, and somebody, because that's too much, guys. I didn't expect all that. I think that at the time that she cost like $30, $35, $36. You didn't need a tip. They came in there and they brought some stuff. But listen, you know, they've been selling counterfeit merchandise at the Metro. I mean, it wasn't a secret. New York pizza is garbage. Dude, my video is only worth $1.99. That's messed up, man. That's messed up. That these videos are worth more than $1.90. Is that all? I mean, you know what? If you go give me something, give me what you think the channel's worth. And I know you know this channel's worth more than $1.99. That's like one song on YouTube. Why you fucking with me, rat bastard? Now you're gonna take back the $1.99. This motherfucker here. You don't one-on-one with me. What the hell are you talking about? Yeah, I got an Instagram. This Darren Long GRSE. Look that shit up. My particular one, because I think somebody out there catfishing my shit. You know, people be doing all kinds of, what y'all say now, weird shit. Niggas is just goofy. And I'm too, you know what? Sometimes I'm too old to be speaking like I'm speaking. You know. Bring the 45 you stole from old boy. Yeah. Damn, man, you motherfuckers here. I don't know. I don't know why $1.99. I don't know why, you know. My channel's worth -20. Then nigga, why you watching my channel? Why you on my live? I don't understand why motherfuckers come here to troll me. That's, you know, that's why that's why I talk shit to people in my comment section, because y'all just be talking all kinds of crazy shit to me. It's dust them off. God damn. Oh, Clifford Pitts, yeah. Well, you could only be talking about Jets Pizza. Like, if you're just talking regular pizza right now, The best pizza out there, hands down, that I've ever tasted recently, within like the last 10 years, is Jet's Pizza. Pizza Hut fell off like 20 years ago. Papa John's ain't as good as everybody think it is, and Domino's, come on. I mean, it's passable when it wasn't before. Little Caesars, Happy's Pizza, all that stuff is garbage, man. Until those keys come back, you ain't coming back for sure. God damn. I don't know nothing about no snappy pizza. Where the hell is that sold? I don't know. You know, he's on Facebook. Look up Santana Woodard. He's on Facebook. My mother's got dementia. That's my problem now. That's my biggest problem now. My mother's got dementia. And if you never dealt with anybody who has dementia, whew, it is. It is an experience. Walter Lee Hampton. Who's that? No, I never ate pizza at the Metro Mall. I don't know, Bobby. God, you know what, man? You know, I don't think you need to be sorry about my mother. I mean, it just, you know, some people get dementia and Alzheimer's, and some people don't, man. And it's just, boy, sometimes you just don't care. I tell you that right now. Sometimes you just don't care. They will make you crazy. I'm the one keeping her out the nursing home, and she be talking crazy shit to me. I'm the one keeping you out the nursing home. Fuck you mean? You only get the 4-corner or the 8-corner at Jets. All that other shit they offer, just don't pay no attention. You get the 4-corner or the 8-corner pizza at Jets. Skip every fucking thing else. But thanks for the prayers. I mean, it ain't gonna change the situation. It ain't gonna make it no better. I mean, it seriously gets worse. You know, she not even as good as she was 6 months ago, and she don't know. Bobby on that Wusa, Trump 2024. Buddy not answered any questions. What is he talking about? I mean, there's so many people talking to me. I only do these once every so often, right? You're on your way. What you on your way for? So, if you're on your way and we get into some kind of confrontation and I told you where I was, yeah, the prosecutor would have a field day if you lost that engagement. I'd probably be on my way to prison. So, you know, let's not do that. Well, I've been in Detroit. I mean, Happy's Pizza, there's Jets in Atlanta. What are you talking about? They're not on the, there's a couple in Gwinnett. There's a couple in Fulton, but up toward Alpharetta. That way. There ain't none on like the south side. The east side. There's no Jets Pizza there. But if you look up Jets Pizza in Atlanta, they're there. Well, yeah, Happy's Pizza is in Detroit. I had one once. Oh, man, I couldn't even finish it. It was so garbage. It's the best, hands down, Jets, man, for sure. For sure. Unless you want a deep dish pizza, and then you got to take your ass to Chicago. Don't be fucking with anybody else. Just take your ass to Giordano's. And, like, really, just go to Chicago for the pizza. Like, I ain't never been to Chicago, man. And you know what? I just want some pizza. Like, dude, I've literally said I just want some pizza and have drove from Atlanta to Chicago to get some pizza. Seriously. I mean, I've seriously done that. I mean, there's a lot of things. Is it Chicago the only place I've been in Illinois? No. No. I mean, because I've handed out flyers in Illinois. So I've been to Joliet. I've been to Champaign. I've been. Did I go to Racine? Is that even in. Is that. Well, I've been to Wisconsin, but. I don't know if Racine is in Illinois or Wisconsin. Pizza Hut's the best. Man, if you don't get the fuck out. What pervert claim? Can you even define the word pervert? I mean, you bitches talk all kinds of shit. I can't. I'm not worried about Russia to Ukraine, man. I mean, that's just, that's above my pay grade, player. You damn sure. You're Mr. Edwards. Jared Edwards. You a damn sure wrong. New York pizza sucks dick. I don't like it. All that thin crust shit they talking. Fuck them people. Take your ass to Chicago, Mr. Edwards, and get yourself a deep dish pizza. Just like, fuck it, I want some pizza. I'm going to Chicago. And that'd be the end of that. Or, if you don't want to go to Chicago because you're not really easy with it, there's a place in Indiana, just outside of Chicago. There's a Giordano's there too, if you want to do that. Am I still with Lasership? No, man. I did not like Lasership in Atlanta. I do not like Lasership. You would probably right now do better if you had a van and you could get steady work. I mean, because their bidding process is crazy. I tried that app. I mean, their bidding process is just so crazy. Because stuff will disappear in a heartbeat. But VHO, their rates were better. And, the hell with Lasership. Trust me, I make a lot better money than when I was getting that Lasership. There's some people, if they had a route, I remember one guy in particular, because people would laugh at you and think that you couldn't make any money there, but you had to have a route. And he was making like $300 a day, $320 a day, some shit like that. So he was making like $6,000 a month, $72,000, $80,000, between $72,000 and $80,000 a year at Lasership, but he had a route. I didn't have a route. And their rates fluctuate on a daily basis. And no, I didn't like Lasership. And except for one thing at Lasership, there was somebody in that office. Woo! That was a good looking woman. That was a good, and she was 40 something. Got a couple kids, and she was still just like, ooh, Lord. I can't even remember her name, but that was a good looking woman. Hold on. What do you mean like 900 a week after taxes? Dude. Okay, so Lasership, you're 1099. You're not an actual employee, right? And you're going to write off 56 cents a mile. And I'm going to let you figure out some shit from there. Jake, if I've given you hours and hours of entertainment, which you shouldn't be entertained, how come you haven't paid me for said entertainment? Don't pay me for entertainment. Pay me because I added to your perspective. Gas may be going up. Okay, so the government may change their rate. You mailed the check. Man, if you don't get the fuck out of here, that dumb shit. Yeah, well, usually you can't write off any more than just your fuel costs. I mean, if you write off 56 cents a mile and you're doing like 100 miles a day or 150 or 200 miles a day and you're making 300, you're literally writing off a third of your income. You're usually not doing that many repairs, and the repairs and the oil changes will not equal up. Usually your expenses will not equal up, will not be more than what you're writing off in fuel. So let's say you make $100,000 and you write off a third of your income. So, right immediately, you're only paying taxes on $70,000 generally. 90, 30, 60, 66 and a third, whatever it is, man. Yeah. Yeah, you threaten my life, the taser don't come out. What I'm going to do with a taser? No. Man, people want to know if I got an LLC. Damn, niggas is trying to look you up and shit. I did hear about the black FedEx driver who got shot at. I did see that, and I thought that was crazy. But I tell people bullets go both ways. And I do mean that. Bullets go both ways. So he would have took a shot at me, I would have shot back. Simple as that. I mean, that's just me. I've delivered stuff in Metro Atlanta. Do you consider Noonan Metro Atlanta? But or Carrollton. Carrollton. Carrollton County. Dude, I've delivered stuff and rolled up on houses and there's a rifle with a suppressor on it sitting on the trash can. I've rolled up on people's houses and people approach me with their hands behind their back. Not only at day, but in the nighttime too. That's happened to me. I had some guy tell me that I was driving too fast in his neighborhood, roll up on me. And I told him I would send his ass back to Allah. If you really want to get to it. And then of course you seen the video with the, I delivered a box. Guy had a gun in his hand. They was, but still, like, it's been, there's some interesting shit out there. But most times now, if I can just walk away and leave it alone, I'll leave it alone. But like, if you roll up on me, you in your pickup truck and you fly up on me and you start yelling at me, talking all kinds of mad crazy shit, well then, I'm going to give you what you're looking for, baby. You ready to do this thing? Because I'll send your ass back to Allah. What the fuck you talking about? Fuck out of my face, because I wasn't doing no more than 30 miles an hour. You bitches be talking all kinds of crazy shit to me, man. I mean, if you want to get to it, let's get to it. Let's not talk about it. I mean, fuck you mean? I will send your ass back to Allah. Fuck out of here. But anyway. You didn't see a video of me hitting on any teenager. Look, listen, Erica, Miss Queen. Um, my aunt taught me this. When a dog bites you, it only does permanent damage. It's got teeth, right? It only does permanent damage. It may not kill you, but it only does permanent damage. That's all. Yeah, you know what? It comes. I mean, you will run across people who really want that smoke. Don't play people like if they people will tell you who they are, and if they're talking that shit, you just assume that they're going to give you what they're saying. You just assume it. So, I'll give you what you're looking for. You looking for it? You can, let's do it. I mean, I'm not going to back down. But there's other states, like in New York State, and you have a permit to carry in New York State. New York State will require that you kind of de-escalate the situation and walk away. It's one of their requirements. If you the law will sometimes, the law will sometimes say, you have this responsibility. Mostly is black people dealing with white people, and if you're black, you happen to kill a white person. They want to hold you to a different standard if it was the other way around. A lot of white people here won't like that, but it's okay, because case after case after case will bear it out. In any event, like I said, if killing somebody, even if it's a legal shooting back in the 90s, could cost you $50,000 to get out from under. Right, expert witnesses, lawyers, and all the rest of this shit. I don't know. You got $50,000 to spend on something that you could have walked away from? I mean, sometimes we get caught up in the moment, like that dude running up on me. I got caught up in the moment, like talking that shit to me. I ain't trying to hear that. But, I gave him every opportunity to do what he said he was going to do, and he didn't do it. Now, that don't make me a tough guy, because I'm not a tough guy. I'm just not, I'm not, you ran up on me like you was going to do something, like you was hot and bothered, ready to go. So, okay, let's go. All that shit you talking, let's just do it, so we can get this shit done and over with, and I can go on about my business, whatever. I mean, probably won't work out that way legally to some extent, but, I was just there with it. Try to keep yourself out of those situations. Like, that's how you win the war. You don't even get into the battle. Keep yourself out of that situation, and then you don't even have that problem. You've never... Shut up, man. I know, white people. You ran from the Crips in Atlanta. What Crips? Have you been thirsty lately? I don't know. People look at my Instagram channel and say that I'm thirsty all the time. I mean, some of them chicks look like a cold can of Mountain Dew Kickstarter. Somebody should pay me for that, right? That's what I tell you. People talking about Sprite, but I don't drink Sprite. I drink this stuff right here. And, some of those women, they're just, attractive women. I'll be thinking about that shit either here nor there. Except for one in the mint bathing suit. Boy, I wouldn't even be able to concentrate. But that girl like 2021. Dude, about the last 4 or 5 months, probably. You have to be a reluctant participant. Yeah, this. You can set people up for failure. You can. There's ways to do it. I'm a little too aggressive about some shit, though. I did have a license to carry. I didn't have a license to carry security. I became the mall manager, and that point became moot. I'm a square from Delaware. I've been to Delaware, but I'm not from Delaware. Why did I turn down a TV show offer? I didn't turn down anything directly. It's just that people kind of knew who I was, and I just wasn't going to play a game. I don't walk this way to portray or reinforce stereotypes of the day. KRS-One. That's all you got till you get your check. No, scared people shoot. If I was scared, you'd be shot. So I kind of define, I'm concerned about my safety, and then I'm scared for my life, right? So let's take the dude who just recently got shot in Minnesota, a Mr. Amir Locke, and he comes out from underneath that cover with that gun. Like I said, you're not going to be able to find that officer culpable. I think the policy is culpable. The officer just pulled the trigger. Very unpopular with that. Somebody called me a Trump supporter for that. But I may or may not have shot him. Because, I mean, you don't really have that much time to make a decision. But they should have had better intel. I don't want to go into that. I don't even know who you are, Duke Million, but let me see here. Who's this dude? I don't know how this works. Well, one day when I figure out how it works, Mr. Million, I'll block you for your stupidity. Because I don't want to come to the Parkway Gardens. You know, what are you going to offer me? Let's say I go there and try to the Parkway Gardens and try. And what am I going there for? What am I going there to prove? What am I going there to do? I've already done it, right? Money, they're not, dude. I'm not even going to tell you how much I made, right? They're not going to offer me enough money. They're not. You put $45. You're not going to offer me enough money. I'm going to get beat up. That's probably the one thing that won't happen. No, like if I was to do security in Chicago, you know I'm definitely not living on the south or the west side. Why would I live in a place where, no, come on, don't be stupid. I would have to live out. Yeah, I'm sick. I got a chest cold. No, but they were going to. They're not the bootleg people. The tattoo guy. He was going to get me out, but it wasn't even necessary. Can I fight? I can win. I'm not sure 45. Listen, we'll pay you $45 an hour. Listen, that check would bounce like a goddamn ball. Fuck out of here. Yeah, I got a chest cold. You look it up. You should look it up. What's a chest cold? Well, you don't know. Look it up. No, we don't move in the same area, so I don't see why I would see anybody at the Metro Mall. Ten toes down for the come up. You know what? I'm not a real YouTuber. I mean, I would have to do something different. And maybe I will do something different. Like I'll start speaking on some things. I don't know, but that guy taught me something. Dust, that dude, I mean, I can't remember his name. He's all over YouTube, disarming people. Like, he actually taught me something. Like, It actually taught me a few things. I know a lot of people in martial arts saying the guy is fake and you can't do this and you can't do that. I know you would have to be highly skilled, and I believe him to be highly skilled. You'd have to be very well practiced. And I believe him to be that too. And no hesitation. You have to have no hesitation. Because if you hesitate, you're probably dead or shot. Well, David Clay got arrested, Mr. Richard Blue. Listen, you already called you out, man. Shout outs cost $5. No, let me stop looking at that. I don't know, David Clay I don't know enough about it. I can only tell you what's in the news article, and I covered that in the beginning. Do I have anything to fear where I'm at? Somebody coming after me where I'm at? You know where I'm at? If you know where I'm at, you can come up and knock on the van then. Shit. Probably have to shoot you then. Stop. I don't know how was I cool? I guess the more dangerous it become, the more I stop talking. Like when Santana had that brick, I stopped talking. Because I got to take in what's going on. I got to see what's going on more than anything else. All that, you see me jaw-jacking like that, all that tongue wrestling, I'm not really concerned about what's going on around me. Not really. I mean, it's just, to me, that's just the normal, that's the usual bunch of people talking shit, they talking shit, I'm talking shit. But if I feel the situation is serious, I just stop talking altogether. Because now I'm thinking, and I'm thinking more, and that's probably not in your best interest. Oh, David Clay got arrested for murder. So, hold on. So, just look up that title to be in the AJC. Suspect in fatal Vine City shooting arrested in Clayton County. Yeah, look that up. I won't come to LA at all. I'm not really all that interested. Be honest with you. I mean, there's women all across this country that look that good. You find them in LA. They're just a little densely packed in LA. But dude, I wasn't terribly impressed with Cal. I mean, I like the Golden Hills. It's a sight to see. California is a sight to see from the highway. When you get off the highway and you get into the streets, Why do you take low-paying jobs? Because I needed a job. I needed the money. Plus, somebody told me I should go work down there. But, you're doing security don't pay nothing. I mean, I had some guy tell me, what they're doing in LA and how much they're making money in security. And, they're making money, but $150,000, I think Kevin Samuel said $150,000 in LA is like $63,000, $70,000 in Atlanta. So, I mean, you can live, but there's nothing wrong with living. It's just, I think marriage is the right way to go. I wanted to marry Kennifer. I don't think I'm ever going to get married to anybody now. I'm too old. I'm old. And I'm not looking for Kevin Samuels I'm not doing the things that I'm supposed to do. See, everything Kevin Samuel says about women, I kind of look at, see if any of it applies to me, and some of it actually applies to me. So, I'm really not doing anything to. Never mind dating with a purpose. I'm not dating at all. I got other things on my mind. So, yeah, security jobs are underpaid. Who else from the Metro Mall is dead? Well, D'Amica Garrett. I think Barry. Tanisha was arguing with Barry. Old boy who was fighting. The gay guy who was fighting. Man, I can't remember these people's name. He's dead. Terry Bloodsaw. And maybe somebody else. Old girl. Yeah, she's dead too. AKA Juicy, I think. No, not Michelle. Not Michelle. Christina, I don't know. I am old. I'm 54 years old. You get old. And if you're lucky, and you don't do anything stupid, you'll get old too. I don't think Dave Chappelle got canceled. And how you gonna cancel Dave Chappelle? And if you did cancel him, the man's got hundreds of millions of dollars. Like, I don't know. Like, you act like I know how. You act like I. No, I am old. I'm not elderly. I tell my mother how old. She tells me, it's funny what dementia patients will remember and not remember. I tell her I'm old. She tells me, no, I'm old. I said, no, you're elderly. I'm old. You're elderly. Yeah. Not COVID. Chest cold, man. I don't have COVID. Yeah. Okay. What happened to the Canadian trucks? Soon be happening. I don't know what happened to Canadians. Why you be asking me about stuff? Who's this Duke Million? Who's this clown? I mean, Terry Bloodsaw was, I don't know. I don't think he was about it. Happy 49th. All right, then. I don't know. I mean, you people have to look these people up yourself. You got to do your own research. I'm not looking for them. I mean, listen, the whole thing is you agreed to do the job. So just do the job. If you don't think it's worth it, you should just, not do the job. Quit the job. I mean, you think the SEALs get paid enough for what they do? You think you get paid enough to be an infantryman in the Army? You don't get paid enough. I mean, what job is worth you dying? I mean, if that's your general attitude about it, there should be no amount of money that's worth you dying. You just signed up to do the job. Get a real job. Shit, you don't even know what the fuck I do. Okay, Lane. Santana had that brick. Why didn't I shoot? Because my general thing was I didn't want to be right. I wanted to be goddamn right. That means I wanted to be above reproach. And, you're quick to shoot. I'm not quick to shoot. I'm going to shoot you if it's necessary. And his hand was cocked back, and I guess I was waiting for it to move forward. His hand would have moved forward to launch that brick. Then Santana would have got shot. The same way when Marcus Tolbert was pulling that gun out of his pocket, and then he put that gun back in his pocket. That doesn't mean I reholstered. That means I didn't shoot him. You know, it's funny, Miss Elaine Rogers, that people like you are quick to criticize the police about the things that they do, and they're too quick to shoot, and they kill people too fast, and things of that nature. But then you want to talk shit to me when I show some kind of goddamn restraint. And you're talking about I wasn't licensed to carry. No, but I wasn't licensed to carry as a security. But that was more of a problem for the security company than it was for me. Because I still had my personal permit. And while that doesn't cover you while you're doing security, that's more of a business failure. And on the they have to deal with that on the business side. That's not a failure of mine. If I'd have shot Santana, I would have walked away from it. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. His hand would have moved forward to launch that brick. The camera would have saw it, and I would have walked away from it. You know, that's why I don't like people like you. Because you talk shit, and then you don't know shit. And then you know, I believe you're the type to criticize the police about the shit that they do, and then want to criticize me for showing some kind of goddamn restraint. I mean, what in the fuck is the matter with you? Ignorance of the law is no excuse. You know, the crazy thing is that there's a Supreme Court ruling that's saying that the police can't possibly know every law, and that you shouldn't hold them responsible for knowing every law. So apparently ignorance of the law is an excuse if you're the police, to whatever, you know, to whatever degree. You don't never know what you're doing in a situation until you're in that situation and you have to make that decision. I will tell you that. I will tell you that. Get off that vibro. You ain't doing bad. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, well, you know, Americans are largely ignorant of what goes on in other places. If you didn't know that. No, I didn't walk away when he flashed that gun. What are you talking about? I did anything but walk away. You're not stating any facts. You just, everything you said is conjecture, right? You have an opinion. The fact is, I didn't have a license to carry. But then you said that's why I backed up into the corner. I backed up into the corner so no one could fucking outflank me, so no one could get behind me. No one ever came after me off duty. Oh, not if you know how to shoot. Too many people behind the guy with the brick to shoot. Not if you know. How far the fuck do you think I was away from him? And dude, I can point, shoot, and hit you at 15 yards without a problem. I want to reiterate. I can point, shoot, and hit you at 15 yards without a problem. No problems at all whatsoever. I don't know, get a real job. I think he's telling me to make more money without knowing how much money I make now. I mean, like, and once again, you're trying to bait me like they did Cardi B, and you're not going to bait me into doing anything. I'm just, you know, I think you're stupid. I mean, you probably should just shut the fuck up. I don't think anybody pushed me out the door. I remember, what is that guy's name? Senator. I think his name was his name Senator? Kevin something. I could see his face. He pushed me once. Then, you know, I invited to get at him on Broad Street. It happened like probably in February. Before I got the camera. I'm only getting 13 a year. Okay. I mean, I know when I was working that job, if I wrote everything down, I worked there for a year and I wrote everything down, it would probably only came to officially 22. But I wasn't a Mac Daddy, nothing. And really, that would probably go that'd probably go to Rick. I don't know if he's the Mac Daddy, but he definitely had better social skills. But then he looked for very specific kinds of women too. You can point shoot at 50 yards. Okay. People just be talking dumb shit. I don't know if anything happened to him. As far as I know, nothing happened to him. 15 yards is close. It's actually not as close as you think, buddy, with a handgun. I mean, people talking shit. Anthony Smith is still alive. Like I said, shooting people brings more problems than it solves. It's something that you would like to avoid. I'm gonna tell you not to be right, but to be goddamn right. You want to be goddamn right. What do you think this channel is about, Mr. Cruz? Am I talking about the goddamn mall? The goddamn the goddamn channel is mostly about the mall. Many of the people who watch this want to know about the mall. Fuck you mean? Violence is not the answer. You know what? Sometimes violence is the answer. Right? But you live in a society and, there's a governing authority. And, they'll make the decision whether or not violence was the answer or if it was justifiable. But, sometimes violence is the answer. What do you mean I just can't shoot? I don't understand. No, I don't think you should be afraid of death. And the older you get, I think the less afraid you should become. You can't just shoot. I'm licensed. The same rules as a licensed security officer is the same rules that apply to the civilian. I mean, the rules are no different. Well, Fred was no customer. So the relationship with you and Fred was, listen, my whole thing is if you don't know something, even now I talk to people like this. If you don't know something, I'm going to fucking tell you. And I'll try to add to your perspective. You can do with the information whatever you want to do with it. If you listen, you listen. If you don't, you don't. And at some point in time, I think I just got this off of Instagram. Stop talking to people who aren't listening to you. So I'm trying to do that too. No, I don't sleep in the car, Mr. Lee or Mrs. Lee. Oh, I'm not going to answer that question. How come I don't have any kids? Because the women I wanted didn't want me, and the women who wanted me I didn't want. I don't touch women I don't want to keep. Okay. Damn, we've been doing this for a while. David Lee, it was his operation. Call me too. I think you scared. It became mutual respect. I didn't disrespect Fred. I mean, you just gotta listen, man. Stop doing stupid shit. I don't even think they were scared. I mean, everybody does smart people do cost-benefit analysis, do value assessments, and you should look at my video on respect. I mean, how people sometimes get into these situations, but I mean, there's a cost-benefit analysis. One guy turns 4 other guys into a murderer. This is what I believe. One person turns 4 other people into a murderer because they shot a security guard. I don't know. I think if I was those guys, if I was one of them, you turn me into a murderer, I think I'd have to kill you. Because shit, I'm already a murderer. You turn me into one. Might as well murder you. Shit. I mean, that's just my perspective. I'm not telling anybody to go do anything. Once again, you want me to come there to prove something. I don't have anything to prove. What's to go to the sloss, the sloss and swap meet for what? For what purpose? What purpose would I go? Give me a reason. Money's not enough of a reason. His hand didn't move forward, Nero. I didn't want to be right. I want to be goddamn right. Right? I mean, that way, when the video's reviewed and the people who are in positions to make decisions whether or not to prosecute you, and there is, if your hand's like this and I shoot you, there is a good argument. If your hand's back here and you're about to throw it, there's a good argument. He's about to throw a deadly weapon at somebody's head, and I shot him. There's going to be somebody out there who doesn't agree. You never have to worry about the people who agree with you. You always have to be concerned about the people who don't. But now, if his hand's moving forward in the process of throwing the brick, kind of like football, right? If his hand's back here, the quarterback's hand's back here, and he gets hit and the ball comes out, it's a fumble. But if his hand is moving forward, in the process of a forward pass, it's not a fumble. And so, there's a distinction between, having your hand cocked and then having your hand move forward. And me having your hand back cocked is not enough. But having your hand move forward, you're not right. Now you're goddamn right. And being goddamn right lessens your chances of being prosecuted. I mean, if you don't like the channel, well, I'm comparing, the differences between having a brick cocked back, like having a football cocked back, and the differences that the NFL makes between a fumble and a forward pass. And I'm saying that having your hand cocked back, you still may be right. But if they're in the process of throwing the brick, not just having their hand cocked back, but they're actually having their arm move forward to throw the brick, now you're goddamn right. And if you're goddamn right, you stand less of a chance of prosecution. I don't know. I mean, money doesn't get you out of a murder charge. You crazy? Fred didn't save my life. It's interesting your perspective. All right. Way too grown for to be in the streets. I'm not in the streets. I mean, it's not COVID. It's just a fucking cold, dog. Chest cold at that. Fred kept me in line. Is that what happened? No, work is not a reason to go to Slauson or go to Chicago to work security in the rough area. For what? You go there if you got something to prove. I ain't got shit to prove. I done. You can think of me, you think of this channel as me winning the Super Bowl and then whatever notoriety that I got from this channel, and like I won the Super Bowl. And so now, and I went back to work, and I put myself in a position where I don't have to do it. And I make more money and life is less stressful. Why would I go back to do that? Why? So I can put videos up on YouTube? I don't go live often. Oh yeah, I think the police did. I think the police and everybody else did have a hand in getting me out of there. I think it was too much publicity in 2013, and they wanted me out. David Lee didn't want the publicity, so he laid me off, and that's fine. But then he brought me back in 2014 to Lane Rogers once again. Talking shit like you know something, and you say the police laughed at me, but I'm gonna tell you, there were cops that came up to me and shook my hand, and there have been police that have contacted me from around the country, and so I don't know what you're talking about. Sometimes you people say shit and don't know shit, but often you people say shit and don't know shit. I mean, not only the people who support me, but the people who don't support me or what I've done. Like, y'all don't really know. I mean, y'all should really stop talking sometimes. No, I don't have the 9. I still have the 40 though. I still have that. I'm in coke. No, I don't know about the plans for those buildings. They probably should knock all that shit down. Yeah, I mean, Erica. I mean, yeah. I'm 54 years old. I mean, I was never in the streets before that. I just, I knew some shit. I met some people, but I never saw the point of it. Yeah, I mean, they say what they want to say. I mean, oh, I did win, honey. I did win. This channel is a testament to the win. Trust me. You got a trap house and shit, nigga, Rest in peace, Joe Rogan, and now long. Listen, my platform is nowhere near as big as Joe Rogan's. I could only wish. No, I don't even like Florida. And like, listen, they can't even pay me enough, right? They would have, the numbers they would have to start with. They'd be like, you must be crazy. And I'm like, well, you can't. If you can't pay me that number, you can't even supplant what I'm doing now. You can't replace what I'm doing now. The money I'm making now. If you can't pay me that number, and trust me, they're not gonna pay me that number. Well, I see what you say, but I don't, why I got to holler out your name? I can't even pronounce your name. They ran me out of Detroit, okay. I don't even think Detroit even cares. I don't know why Ratchet is being cool and being educated is lame. I don't know. I don't know why making good decisions is lame, and making bad ones and stupid stuff is what you want to do. I mean, like, you guys, there's a lot of people who put a lot of stock in being tough and I ain't taking no shit and all the rest of this stuff, but sometimes you have to take an L. Kind of recently I took a couple L's that I didn't want to take, but you know what? Kind of worked out for me. I mean, they were still losses and I still didn't like them, but I'm still in a better position. Even though I had to take the L's. I don't know, 1210. There ain't no real talk. You ain't got no real talk. You just, somebody in my comment section talking. I got some shit in Pontiac that, maybe one day. Okay, what time is it? Okay, we got 5 minutes left. So, anybody got anything? If you want to win, maybe you should get me out of. I just like the mini. I think her name is Alexandria Alexa. She got shot by the police in 2016 or 15 in the back of the police car. I think her name's Alexandria. I don't know. Just look up GRSE Juicy. Or AKA Juicy. I think it's Juicy, but you can try the E. Yeah, I served in the military. That's why you would hear some things like, when I had that problem with Deborah, and I'm like, I'm going to defend this line. I can't remember exactly what I said, but I'm going to defend this line. I'm going to hold this line. That's military. Dorian. I don't know Dorian's last name. I don't know if I'm afraid of success. Well, I'm doing all right, Dorian. I never put this channel was never about money, so in the videos, Retro Mall, never about money. I mean, there's some money being made, but it was never about money. Now, the vlogs, they could be about money. I give you that. But And maybe that's where I need to go eventually. I don't know anything about Kennifer. Can't update you about Kennifer. You want to know about Kennifer, find her yourself. You want to know about David Clay? You know what? Go to my Instagram channel. Okay. If you still live in the hood, you broke. Because I don't think they had any reason to lie. That's why I took their word. What is backing up militarily? Halt, motherfucker. That's what backing up is militarily. Halt. No one, I don't know, Tanisha didn't get shot. Did she get shot? I don't know nothing about that. You'd have to prove that to me. Yeah, well, because I can't remember her name. I think, Alexis, I mean, No, it wasn't a Marine. Yeah. Man, when I get chest colds, man, I've had them for months. Like, it's crazy. I get a chest cold, I have it for months. I mean, my nose will clear up, but like, it'll start off like a little bit of a head cold, and then it'll go to my chest. I don't have any sniffles. I got a lot of phlegm in my chest, constantly coughing that up. I don't know why it went back to being a head cold, but a little bit of a head cold, but I won't have the sniffles or anything. But I'll be coughing for fucking months. I hate a chest cold. Chest cold because that magic shade. Nigga, what? Okay, so what are you prepared to do? Listen here. I was taught that by somebody who worked at Grady Hospital, who had been a Riverdale police officer, worked at Grady Hospital and then went to be a Riverdale police officer. So one of the things that they taught them to say was, what are you prepared to do? And they taught them to say that so they can establish your intent. Right? And they'll do it several times. So if something ever happens, they've established your intent to do something, to cause some kind of harm. Nigga, I'ma knock you the fuck out. Well, hold on, that's not the way you do it. Sir, I'm gonna need you to leave the building. Nigga, I ain't going no motherfucking place. I'ma knock your ass the fuck out. Sir, you're gonna have to leave the building now. What are you prepared to do? Nigga, I just told you that I was gonna knock your ass the motherfucking out. I ain't going nowhere, bitch. Sir, you're gonna have to leave the building. You're not gonna have any other choice. What are you prepared to do? And when they do things like that, they're using very exact language for a very specific purpose, for a reason. They're actually setting you up for failure. Because they're establishing your intent. You're telling them, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to hit you. I'm going to knock you out. I'm going to do this. I mean, I'm not, And so if something happens to you, it's on you. So I just gave you some game, Kush Boy 420. Man, this game ain't free, Kush Boy. Right? You gonna have to break me off. This game is to be sold, not told, nigga. Pay me. Fuck you mean? I never tried Asian corned beef. I don't like corned beef. But man, them people were coming to get those corned beef egg rolls like every single man, dude. They like that shit. He got a couple places around the city. Yeah, you should leave the hood. I mean, because what's the point of being there? You don't want, who was that guy who did that, Simba, that freestyle on LA Leakers? Oh, that freestyle was fire. Oh, shit, I had to download that bitch. Simba on LA Leakers, that freestyle, you said, when you start doing good, they look at you like an op. Dr. Dre said in The Watcher, I left the damn hood for good. Niggas become jealous of niggas they can't be. But niggas can't hit niggas they can't see. I tell Fred that shit all the time. Little Boosie on Vlad would tell you, like, a lot of rappers die in their own cities. Cities that they, when you wasn't doing shit, you was just struggling rapper, or maybe you made just a touch of money, nobody was jealous, but you started doing good, you want to go to the same places that you were. You can't be a diamond in dirt. You can't have a whole bunch of stuff and show it off to people who ain't got nothing. What did Wyclef Jean say? If you ain't sharing, people ain't caring. Coming to the hood and they'll take everything you wearing. And people like DMX, who was known to be generous, he could walk through the hood. He'd help you out. He'd give you shit. That's why DMX could walk through the hood. That's why everybody that talk about that man said he was a real cat. Right? They didn't say there was nothing fake about him. He had his drug habit. He made some money. He gave some money away. He tried to help people out. He did some things. He could walk through the hood. And real cats can walk through the hood. If that's their thing. If they're them kind of people. But, somebody like Chief Keef, he was smart to leave Chicago. The fuck, he made some money. Why in the fuck should he stay there? Shouldn't. Get the fuck out. I agree. I mean, yeah, what's the point of pulling up in your old hood a Bentley? I mean, like, dude, you just looking for a problem. Nah, Fred ain't hot enough to get shot by some shit like that. Nah, I ain't never had a career in law enforcement. I do need more napkins. Damn, man. Why you all up in my shit? Nigga, you pay for this game? People say Jay got arrested, but can't nobody give me the link to the story. So I can't, I got to get the link to the story. Hit me up on Instagram. I wasn't trying to get any information on him on how to run it. God damn, what the fuck is the matter with your, cognition? Kush Boy 420, he's just still talking shit. He ain't like, nigga, hit me up. Boyfriend, what the fuck? Because bitches be talking crazy shit. All right, where we at? Oh, we at 8:06. I'm already past. Hold on. Wow, 10-10 giving this man an Oscar. What are you talking about? All right, people. I'm in a police car. Man, that ramp cost me a little bit of money. A little bit of money. Hope I get that money back. All right, people. Listen, I appreciate the $21.98, even the $1.99 that old boy gave me. I really do appreciate it. I'm out this bitch. And we going in 5. Where the fuck is the off button on this motherfucker? Okay, here we go. There's the X. 4, 3, 2. All right. I'll catch you bitches the next time around, maybe in a month or two. Deuces.